A while ago, I put out a video about my fascination with the German language, looking at some of the grammar things that amused me when I first started learning German. And a lot of people pointed out that English also has a lot of fascinating, and I would say also often frustrating parts. So let's look at some of those today. I'm Donna, and you're watching Wanted Adventure Living Abroad. Let's start with spelling, everyone's favorite thing to complain about the English language. Yes, the spelling is f***ed up. I will go ahead and admit that right off the bat. Through and through, it's pronounced have, but then gave. And what the heck is up with two, and two? And don't even get me started on there, and there. Non-native speakers learning English, I sympathize with you. 7-year-olds trying to figure out why cookie is not spelled with a Y, I sympathize with you too. So why is English spelling so weird? Well, I typed that into Google and found a great, succinct, to the point but detailed video that in just 4 minutes explains the history of how English spelling got so messed up. So I will put a link to that down below, and I would say rather than try to explain that myself, I will just point you in the direction of that very informative and interesting video because it's got everything you need. And then of course, when you talk about the English language, you've got to mention all the different dialects. So the English spoken in America and the English spoken in England have some differences. My favorite story to tell about that is that when I first moved to Europe, I moved to Prague and I did a TEFL course to learn how to teach English. And there was a British guy in my class. And I remember like the second or third day of class, we'd all met each other, kind of gotten friendly by then. And he came in and I was sitting at a desk reading or something, and he walked in and placed his hand on my shoulder and said, "You all right?" And I looked up and I was like, yeah, because in America, you all right, especially with that kind of brush of the hand, means that they saw you and thought something was wrong. So they're kindly asking you, is everything all right? Is everything okay? And then the next day he came in and did it again. And the next day, and the next day, and the next. And I was starting to get both worried and annoyed because I was worried like, gosh, am I really putting off such a bad, depressed vibe? Like, I know I might be a little bit homesick, but do I really look so sad that every day he comes in and asks me if there's something wrong with me? And I mean, a little annoyed because I was like, come on, stop asking me that. Yes, everything is okay. Everything's just fine. And then I complained about it to another British friend that I had, and he started cracking up and was like, what is wrong with you? You all right just means like, hi, how you doing? Oh, I see. Another thing that fascinates me about English, and of course I'm sure this happens in all languages, but today we're talking about English, I am fascinated by how the meanings of words change over time. So for example, the word nice actually used to mean stupid or ignorant, and now it's a good thing. Well, usually. And I love words or phrases that are also their own opposite, or at least something close to it. For example, the word seed. As a verb, to seed, it can mean to take the seeds out of a fruit or vegetable, but it also means to plant the seeds in the ground. So it can mean both to put the seeds in and take the seeds out. Mind blown, I know. And how about to toss out? If you're at a meeting and you have a good idea, you could toss it out, say it, and see how people respond. And if your boss doesn't think your idea was so good, he'll toss it out, meaning to reject it. And lastly, as a native English speaker, I mostly just learned how to speak the language and why I was saying it like I was. So the reasons behind the grammar, I didn't really know. Like most native speakers of, I think, any language, it was just the way it was. Like when I started learning German and Mr. German Man would correct me, as he often still does actually, and then I would ask, but why? Why is what I'm saying wrong and what you're saying right? And he didn't know. So as a native English speaker, I didn't know either. But then when I started to teach English, I read up on it and started learning that there were actually rules behind why we say some of the things we say. For example, why do we say happy, happier, happiest, but we say difficult, more difficult, most difficult? Well, I was surprised to learn that it's connected with the syllables of the word. I hadn't known that before, and I thought that was pretty cool. So my question for you is, what other fascinating things do you know about languages, the English language or any other language? Please let me know in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe for more videos and share and like this video if you enjoyed it. And also you can connect with me over here on my Facebook page or my Twitter if you're curious about what else I'm up to. I share photos and video clips and just whatever's going on around town. Until next time, auf Wiedersehen! Hey everyone, I'm Donna. Hey everyone, I'm Donna and you're watching Wanted Adventure Living Abroad. Okay. Hey everyone. Okay, stop making funny faces.